Peace. Have you ever heard someone say the Democrats and Republicans switched sides? Here's what actually happened. Right after the Civil War, the Republican Party was the party of Abraham Lincoln, the party that ended slavery, Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, and the 13th Amendment added to the Constitution. Naturally, most black people who could vote supported the Republican Party. The Compromise of 1877 ended the disputed election of 1876, so they made a deal. Hayes becomes president, and the Republicans pulled the federal troops from the South. Federal troops were in the South to protect black Americans and enforce Reconstruction laws that safeguarded black people's rights. Once the troops left, Reconstruction ended. Southern states quickly crushed black people's rights with Jim Crow laws, segregation, and voter suppression. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party, especially in the South, was the party of white supremacy, segregation, and Jim Crow.
At the National Democratic Convention in New York in 1924, it is estimated that at least 350 delegates were Klansmen.
Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
Fast forward to the 1930s, the Great Depression hits, and Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal program steps in. Now, it wasn't perfect, with many of those programs excluding black workers, especially in the South, but for the first time, a lot of black families got direct federal help. That started pulling black voters towards the Democratic Party. Then comes the turning point, civil rights. Under President John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. Johnson, the Democratic Party pushed the Civil Rights Act and Voting Rights Act. Lyndon B. Johnson even said, "We've lost the South for a generation." He was right. White Southern Democrats, the so-called Dixiecrats, started leaving the Democratic Party in droves. The Republican Party saw their chance. Starting with Richard Nixon, they launched what was called the Southern Strategy, appealing to white resentment against the civil rights using coded language about states' rights and law and order. This flipped the South from supporting the Democratic Party to the Republican fold within a few decades. So by the 1970s and 1980s, the two political parties looked totally different from how they started. Democrats became the party backed by mostly black voters, civil rights activists, and urban communities. Republicans became the home for white conservatives, especially in the South, and black voters were at the center of the shift.